Okay, one of the key things why I just decided to invite Terence here is this. Terence has been in the business for some time. And he has also done well. But when I look at his performance, Terence joined us in year 2021. So now Terence has been in the PropNext for less than 3 years. Last year, Terence received more than $1 million commission received, not transacted. And that's why he well-deservedly wearing the millionaire jacket. Give him a round of applause. And in less than 8 months for this year, Terence have already submitted transactions exceeding $850,000. Now, why do I say this? Stress upon received means chapter over. You collected last year, 31st December, more than $1 million. But this year, in 8 months, new transactions submitted has exceeded $850,000. So, will he be a millionaire in year 2023? Anybody's guess? Yes, confirm, absolute. Yeah, even God bless, guidance and so on, but you still have got 4 over months.
But very nervous.
Very nervous. Okay, fine. But the thing here is, okay, I want to ask you a question. You've been in the business for 10 years. Before you came to PropNext, did you ever cross $1 million or came close to $1 million?
Never.
Okay. And then I'm going to have 2 questions into one. Why did you choose to cross to PropNext 3 years ago? And what was the difference that you were able to make your first million in PropNext last year and on track to get your second millionaire status? What is it, the difference that you benefited? And why did you choose to cross?
Actually, I think that's good for a lot of people who are recruiting because it's a bit of understanding of the mindset of RES. Actually, in my last 8 years, right, it never occurred to me to move at all. Because, of course, we're all human. There are ties that bind, there are friendships, there's camaraderie, there's comfort. So, for the whole 8 years, in fact, we didn't move. In fact, DTZ, I was on DTZ, and we actually merged. In fact, they got bought over because Lemon Tea and Thai, and then they merged with Orange Tea, and became Orange Tea and Thai. So for the whole 8 years, in fact, we're very comfortable. You totally don't want to listen to anybody when I say, hey, a recruiter call, or the PA say, hey, would you like to meet so-and-so division? Oh, no. Always no. And you don't even want to explore because you're just kind of shocked because you're comfortable and there are friendships and things that bind. In the end of the day, why we moved was because there was a reorganization within the company in Orange Tea in 2020. Correct. And so because of this reorganization, that's where you decide, hey, perhaps, it's time out there to start looking out. And only then you start looking. So it was a push factor, actually. Yeah. Not so much like a pull factor.
Okay, I'll pause and I'll continue asking on this question. The thing here is this. I mean, what Terence said is a very valid point. A lot of people out there, first and foremost, maybe I should also reflect internally. Yeah. So today, Terrence's interview is not just targeting to tell outside people, hey, look at PropNext. No. We never want to be in that way because we decided to interview Terence because of his consistent performance that PropNextians and all other people in the industry can learn. Internally, sometimes we are also very comfortable and that's why we don't take the necessary actions to attend training, stay relevant. But externally, this is the same thing you said. For the first 8 years, just block off, completely screen because you're either comfortable or the camaraderie. But then my question here is this. The fact that in your case, there was a push factor and you decided to come to PropNext, right? How things change for you?
I think things really changed tremendously. Number one, I think it's really the culture and the whole drive of the company. Firstly, the company has much more achievers and the standards are much higher. And just by that alone, right, you would be spurred and incentivized to run harder and faster. Because I always view this industry is a bit like a sports. If you want to excel to the next higher level, right, you cannot just be in the school team all the time. You must go to the national team. If Joseph Schooling want to go to the Olympics, he has to go to the USA to train. So you always have to be with the best of the best in order to assimilate the vibes of the best and to be pulled along with them, Because even if you are the slowest of the Olympics, you are still much faster than the national team already, and you're all naturally put across. And I kind of felt that when I first came here, because there's so many producers, right? So many strong people and so many achievers, and they're a constant inspiration to me and constant learning, and I always pick up things from them.
Well, today all the interviewers all very cheap, very deep. But they really opened my mind. No, because I learned another thing. I mean, I've been interviewing, I'm running the company. I never see it this way. So the message here is simple. If anyone out there, whether you are an existing PropNections or if you are out there in any of the other real estate company, if you really want to have the real experience of having that atmosphere of competing or participating in Olympics as an ultimate, there's only one platform, PropNex. Give Terence a round of applause for his courage and his desire to want to compete and participate at an Olympics. Okay, I agree. I hear you loud and clear. The way you have articulated here is, even though if you participate, some people are fearful, They say that, if I go to Olympics, start 100 meters, I'm not only last. Everybody finish, they clapping, I'm still haven't even 3/4. Is it embarrassing for me or not? But you put it the other way. Even though you may not be the first, second, third, even though you are last, but your timing is likely to be faster than your previous best that you have done, because the environment has spurred you to do that. My question to you here is this: competing and performing and learning with a PropNex culture, how has that benefited you and your family and your loved ones? Because you said it's the first time that you crossed bringing home more than $1 million. How has it benefited you?
I think the greatest benefit is to really encourage me to be more open and to constantly adapt and to try new angles, because the real estate industry is so wide, right? So many people are doing so many different things. You got commercial, you got residential, and I'm always getting inspiration. Like, I think just in May, I think I came for a platinum, but I was really amazed at the number of super plats, and a lot of them were from the commercial arena. So it was how quick certain PropNections are the achievers. They can pivot the clients and to, if one segment is on the downturn, they can pivot the clients to another segment very quickly in order to still achieve success. It's that kind of nimbleness and quickness of feet, and to always be just doing. If I don't think so much, like SBC, LBC, and I think I really absorb things from everywhere, the trainings. I think I learned along the sales boot camp, leadership boot camps. At the end of the day, it's a mindset. I'm trying to develop my mind, because at the end of the day, we are not athletes. We don't develop muscles, right? Our muscle is the mind. So to me, the mind is the most valuable thing: the openness and the push and the willingness and the drivenness to always be exploring and to develop new avenues in my own business, new segments, cold, warm, etc., in order to build my business further.
Thank you so much, Terence. I think Terence said a lot of things, but actually, if you really go, other than the words that he used, the fact here is this: he chose to keep an open mind and continue to grow. Very quickly, I want to ask 2 more questions only. I'm quite mindful of the time. I also noticed in the month of July, multiple properties. You have closed Waterina, Pine Tree Hill is a new launch, Avenue South, I suppose, is a resale or subsale, Weaver at Suffolk Walk, also one Pearl Bank. If you just select 1 or 2 transactions, my question is, how do you continuously still get clients?
I think the concept of using property as a wealth creation vehicle, right, and asset progression, I think it really resonates with me. I think that is the core, and I believe in it myself.
When did you? Okay, sorry. You said that the wealth creation, asset progression, these are some of PropNext jargons and training and just resonated. Are you saying that when you cross over to PropNext, these things resonated and pick up some strong skills? Or
No, it's not a skill, it's a mindset. I mean, if you're outside of it, you can hear it once, you can hear it twice, but whether you really believe in it and to really trust in it and to apply it, right, is different. You sort of constantly have to be immersed in it, no? Like I said, right, if you want to run faster, you have to be in the same culture. And it's an everyday thing. You have to keep hearing it, and then you can do until it really becomes you. So in that question, right, I spend a lot of time now, warm reconnection, but my anger is always towards asset progression and wealth creation. So I try to get them from the source, really to come from an angle of how they can really leverage on property to increase their wealth and to plan for their retirement. In fact, that was one of the strongest things that I learned when I first came here, I would say, and to take in that message, especially from, I think, Kelvin Fong, you know. So it was very strong, and I adapted it, and it's good because, like in some of the transactions, right, it's really a sell one, buy two. So in 3 of the transactions are all linked together. I really sold 1 unit, and then I could bring him to like buy 1 per bank to stay, and in the interim to also buy a Subsale Avenue South to stay in.
Yeah. So it's still possible, right? Regardless of ABSD's additional, it's navigating each individual's ability because they can still split and buy other 2 names, all about very individual. But the fact that the skills that you have acquired, or you say the mindset or the thing that have been drummed over time in all our training, the many leaders, including Calvin Fong and so on, gave you the confidence and the passion. Okay. Last question here is this. I also noticed you got more than 30 people with you. How do you make time? And now that people have joined you, you have been in the business for 10 years, consistently, you've been doing well, but you found your new breakthroughs in the last less than 3 years, and you've been a millionaire. You're all expected to be a consecutive millionaire. How can you help? First and foremost, again, 2 questions in one. Are you still having the desire to bring in more people to join your team? And 2, how do you make time to help them also grow? And does your people also focus on new launch resales? Where are you now?
I think after 2.5 years as a leader, right, and it's still a learning process, and I'm slowly picking it up. But I sort of realized that the way PropNext imparts on me, your leadership towards us, and the constant commitment, right, is a way that I have to impart towards my team members. So this year, we really focus a lot on creating the culture and the vibe to push them along. We really emphasize a lot on launches, and we really actively organize and brought them together and to view a lot of all these launches and show units. Because to me, right, it's out of sight, out of mind, and it's very often you hear of your associates, you know, they are distant, they don't attend conventions, they don't attend this, they don't attend that. So when you're too far outside of mind, right, then they can join any agency. It doesn't matter because it's just agency ABC already. You don't get the ethos, the culture, and the vibe of the whole PropNext. So it is our job to really downsell it, because we are basically like sub-leaders, cell leaders like that. And so it's our job to really push into this enthusiasm. And I think we did it quite successfully this year because this year, right, in fact, about 30% of all my associates, right, individually at least close 1 new launch.
I mean, you're talking about year 2023.
Yes, 2023.
And more than 10 of your different downlines have at least closed 1 new launch in 2023.
That is correct, yes.
Give him a round of applause. I mean, what I like about Terence here is this. He carried the torch. He says that the company does so many things he have learned, has resonated, and he thinks he got his people who also want to have them, make them believe, and that is by creating activities and showing them the guidance. And that's how, in fact, many of your downlines have also successfully concluded new launches as well. Okay, so I asked that question, are you still looking to build your group and a team?
I definitely am still looking to build my group and my team. I think it's rewarding. It's rewarding to give back, and if it's in fact, I think harder than sales.
Yeah.
To be able to convince someone to join you.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah, so it's something work in progress that I think I can take a lot from so many of very strong and very committed team leaders that you find in PropNext. And I think that's the next step that I think I need to learn and assimilate from all of that.
Okay, so with that, I just want to say this is Terence.
Wow.
In the real estate business for 10 years, joined PropNext less than 3 years, built a team of more than 30 people, learn and absorb, participated in our sales bootcamp, leadership bootcamp, all training, resonated with our values and some of our concepts, and now adding value not only to his customers, but also to his downline to be productive and active. For that, wishing you the very best.
Thank you, sir.
And thank you.
Thank you.